Welcome back to the Pioneer Sideline, joined by three very colorful and buttery-smelling guys, Josh Vaketic, Josh Eisenberg, and Dr. James Barry. Yeah, thank you.
Nice.
All right, guys. Two topics we're going to continue with here, or two questions relating to the topic of Terrell Owens. First one's going to be, how should they draft? Now that they have him, how should they draft? James, I'll let you go ahead and give you your point, and then usually these guys type of play off of you. So, James, what do the Bills need to do to draft around T.O.?
Well, you know what? I still think they need to get an offensive line because Trent Edwards and J.P. Lewisman both they had 23 sacks and 15 sacks respectively. So I do think they need some help at the offensive line to protect their quarterback first, so they can get the ball to T.O. Other than that, it's just basics.
You know what? This is a tough question for me because they could go a bunch of different ways. Right now, what they have right now, they have two running backs in Fred Jackson and Marshawn Lynch who are young. They're fine there. Maybe Marshawn Lynch didn't produce last year. You can go second, third, maybe fourth round, pick up a running back. But right now, the biggest concern of them, they haven't done anything defensively, like you were saying, Josh. You know, all that they have really is Aaron Schobel at the defensive end. They can go for a defensive tackle.
What about what about the boy from Penn State?
You could go that way. I'm thinking more of a cornerback. You know, they picked up McKelvin, I believe, last year in the draft. They need somebody else in the secondary. You know, they lost Nate Clements to San Francisco 2 years ago. He's fitting in well over there. They haven't found somebody in that safety position. But, you know, the biggest thing right now, they have to find a guy that will be able to play Dick Jauron's defense, because I don't like Dick Jauron as a coach, but he's a good defensive-minded player. And you can tell that Buffalo has had some pretty decent defensive systems the past couple of years under Jauron.
Well, I think you didn't mention his name, but I will. Aaron Maben of Penn State would be a great fit for this Buffalo team, because don't forget, he is a very, very quick guy off the end. You can stick him at linebacker too. That's knocking off two birds with one stone there. Or again, like I said, offensive line is huge. The only problem with that is it's very top heavy, and then after that it bottoms right out. If the Bills are not able to get one of those top three tackles, then I'm saying don't go after him. Try to get Maben, because like Big Andre Smith, he's going to go in the top three without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
And there's one other one too that off the top of my head, I think it's slipping my mind. I believe he's from Virginia Tech, somewhere like that in that ACC conference. That's very, very good, who's going to go in the top 10. But if they can't pick up one of those guys, don't settle. Teams waste picks by settling. You cannot do that. You have to go best available for your team's needs. If you have a tackle that's not that good in the draft, don't pick them because you need a tackle. Worry about someone else who might be the same skill level in a second or third round. Get quality.
I believe he's coming out of the draft this year. If I'm Laurinaitis from Ohio State.
Laurinaitis is, but I don't think he's early. Yeah, you can pick Laurinaitis up in maybe a second or third round. Something like, again, another guy that I like, Puslesny did, who's in Buffalo right now. Don't forget about him. He's won linebacker of the year in college football before. He's a big guy, very quick. They need to go with quality, guys.
And you can go the shutdown corner in Jenkins from Ohio State as well. He's a
yes.
very good cornerback who shuts down. I mean, you look at him this year, had a great year for Ohio State. He's a good shutdown corner. Coming out of the draft, he's big, he's physical, and he gets in your face all the time. That's what you need right now, especially when you're facing Tom Brady, when you're going to be facing Pennington, who had a really good, productive year last year.
They just can't settle.
All right, I'll give 2 points to both of you, 35-32